It is no secret that South Africa is facing a huge housing shortage, especially in the affordable housing market. And despite efforts from both public and private sector, we are nowhere near delivering on this housing mandate. And the complexities around successful property development makes it very challenging for new developers to enter into the market. Well, this crisis could be alleviated by offering these aspiring entrepreneurs a property developer franchise opportunity, a first for South Africa, with a tried and tested blueprint, as well as the potential for European funding opportunities. And joining me now is Dutch entrepreneur and mastermind behind this franchise opportunity, Hans van Breugel. Hans, welcome to All About Property.
Thank you very much, Cornelis. It's a pleasure to be here and explain a little bit what we're doing.
Fantastic. Now let's start about this housing backlog. Talk to us about that. What exactly is this housing backlog? Is it serious? Is it something we can catch up on? Just shed some light there.
Well, it is very serious, and the backlog is all over the place. If you see the official numbers, it's about 2.4 million backlog. And if you take Eswatini, it grew in 10 years from 400,000 to 500,000. And the delivery is 5,000 a year. So that will take 100 years to catch up. And that cannot be the case.
100 years to catch up.
That's right, that cannot be the case. So yeah, there is a massive backlog in South Africa, and it is recognized all over the place. And we're not even catering the growth of the backlog.
Now, we know that both private and public sector is doing a lot, but unfortunately not enough to meet this backlog or this housing mandate. But there seems to be some challenges for new property developer entrants into the market. It's not as easy as let me become a developer and now I start developing. Talk to us about these challenges that these new entrants face when wanting to enter into the property developer market.
Yeah, it is a series of challenges. It starts with identifying the right piece of land. And is the buying power in that piece of land? And then are your bulk services in place? Are the banks willing to finance that area? So it's a whole lot of questions you have to answer. So what we did, we split the development in 4 phases, and the most important one is the project identification phase. And especially for young entrepreneurs, as first time entering into this market is very difficult. You see, the established developers, that's another issue. The established developers, they are one level higher in the market. They are in the affordable plus market. And what you see, there's quite a few small developers in the RDP market. So that gap market is really a gap, also from delivery point of view.
And just for our viewers, just clarify, what is gap market?
Well, our definition of gap market is the LSM 3 to 5, joint income levels between the 12 to 25,000 rand income.
Now,
that's our target.
Hans, just still on the challenges for these new entrants. A huge challenge, I would imagine, is also a shortage of skills. Talk to us about that.
Well, I would not say it's skills. It's more a total overview what is required to become a developer. The skills and the enthusiasm and the entrepreneurship is there, but it is the total complexity. So I would not say it's a lack of skills. It's a lack of support and training and assistance.
Fantastic, I like that. Now, as an entrepreneur, you can start a new business, you can make all the mistakes, you can learn as you go, and it might take you a bit of time to get there.
Correct, yeah.
Or that same entrepreneur can decide on a franchise opportunity that is tried and tested, blueprint, ongoing support. And Hans, that is exactly what you have brought to South Africa, a franchise opportunity for property developers. What is this all about?
Well, it is about a combination of training the entrepreneurs, but also have the back office. What you see, it's extremely important for those 4 phases to have a very strong back office. And if you are a small entrepreneur...
Just tell us, what are these 4 phases that you are referring to?
The 4 phases are project identification. So if you're happy with the site and the banks will finance and we have everything in place, then and you have access to the land, then you start developing. So you go with your plan, and we have tested layouts of plans, and then you go to the municipality to get your approvals. And approvals, you need about 12 stamps on your building plan approval. So that's a process. Then you have, in the same period, you do your pre-sales. So in your pre-sales, the people qualify to buy unit. Our market is first-time buyers. So we
affordable, and this is affordable housing.
Affordable housing, yeah.
Okay.
We are not in the RDP and we are not in the high end. We are in this specific market for first-time buyers because we want to stimulate the middle class to take ownership of houses. But to come back to your question, so phase 2 ends with 80% pre-sales. It ends with finance instrument from the banks to do your construction finance and select the contractor. And that's phase 2. Phase 3 is the construction phase. So the franchisee is responsible that the quality of the work is according standard. And we use all local labor. In the project we do executing in Protea Glen, all the subcontractors are local. The plasterer, the plumber, the electrician, and it works perfect. It works perfect. But you need to monitor and to make sure that also the 2 weekly financial instruments is properly managed. And then once you have on the handover, that's the last phase, is handover to the end user, and that starts with the happy letter, is the bond origination, and then the project is done, and then hopefully we have a next project in the pipeline.
So Hans, I want to take it a few steps back because I liked what you mentioned about you provide the building plans. So because that's a huge step. So building plans. Then I think a second big challenge for a lot of new property developers is the feasibility of the project. And that is where things can really fall flat. Would this franchise opportunity also include a proven feasibility model?
Yeah. So we have about 12 boxes to tick. And it starts, of course, with the land. It starts with the location. It starts, is our income level bracket living there? So we assist them in that feasibility phase, and we have this guideline, and the guideline speaks for itself.
Is there a set of criteria for the property entrepreneur to get in contact with this franchisee opportunity?
Yeah. There must be a proven track record. So we look for, in principle, entrepreneurs between, let's say, 30 and 40 years old.
So what is this proven track record? Must they have developed before?
No, not developed before, but have a link with the construction industry. It can be either a project manager with 5 years experience that said, okay, I'm ready for my next step. It can be a small construction company who said, okay, I have to do my next step. I want to enter into the commercial market. I'm too much depending on the RDP market, but there must be a link with the construction industry, and of course it must have a running business because you have to invest. There is an investment required, so we ask a once-off step-in fee. We don't do a yearly contribution, and during the whole project we work together.
So Hans, would there be ongoing support for these franchisees, and would they also have access to new ALSA innovations as time goes by?
Yeah. So what we ask a 10-year contract. So to be a franchisee, it's a long-term commitment because project development is not hit and run. It is, you have to be very patient and very persistent. So we look for a 10-year partnership. We call it maybe a movement of a group of likewise young entrepreneurs Twice a year we will have a workshop, and once it's about finance, the other time it's about new building materials. What we have achieved is that we go 100% green at an affordable price. I'm very keen on alternative building materials. I'm from the Netherlands, and we do a lot with alternative building materials because, but you have to do it step by step. And if we have 30 franchisees, you can imagine that we can make a difference.
I would really like one last thought that you would like to leave potential franchisees with. For all those property entrepreneurs out there, anything that you want to mention to them?
Well, what I want to mention to them is to choose to make a difference in South Africa in this specific first-time buyers market. Because a country must be stabilized by the middle class, and the middle class want to own property. And to own property, build your personal wealth for the end user as well. So let's stay extremely focused on that entry-level market. And that would be my last one. And we would welcome, of course, young entrepreneurs to assist them to become a franchisee from ALSA.
I love that. I love that. And all the best with ALSA.
Thank you very much, Cornelis. It's a real pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks, Hans.